The following CCTV footage shows the Jameson family loading their truck ready to leave their home. The Jamesons would go missing the day this video was recorded, and the most terrifying part is that to this day, the circumstances surrounding their disappearance remain unknown. The family's truck was discovered a few days after their disappearance. They were nowhere to be seen. The only sign of life around the truck was their dog, who had been left alone. After a search of the truck was carried out, investigators discovered the family's IDs, wallets, GPS, mobile phones, and the strangest of all, $32,000 in cash. This was strange because the Jamesons were not known for carrying large amounts of cash with them, so this was very out of the ordinary. Investigators analysed the footage shown previously and thought that they looked as if they were in a trance-like state. They also pointed out that a briefcase put in the truck could be important to solving the case, but to this day, it has never been found. Another strange thing in regard to the footage is that the husband, Bobby, appeared to be wearing a white top throughout the footage. However, at one point in the video, a man appears in a single frame wearing a much darker top. Many people feel that this is a different person to Bobby and that he should be considered a person of interest. In 2013, the skeletal remains of 3 people, 2 adults and a child, were discovered in a remote location less than 3 miles away from the family's abandoned truck. The cause was never determined, and to this day, the case remains unsolved. However, there have been many theories over the years, such as that they faked their departure and simply chose to start a new life, or that they were slain by an unknown person. A homeowner was in for a shock when they would check their security camera to discover a creepy man at their door in the middle of the night. The man walks up to their porch without any hesitation and immediately shows that he is aware of the doorbell camera as he stares directly at it. He then looks over at their door and attempts to open it. When this fails, the creepy man stares directly into the camera, with his hands firmly placed on each side of his face. He pokes the camera and looks about the porch for a while, as if he's trying to get inside the home, before stepping away and waving goodbye to the camera. First of all, this was obviously a very creepy encounter, and from his appearance we can only imagine what his intentions were if he were to gain access to the home. He was wearing a big set of gloves, and he has what looks to some people like a drawn-on mustache on his face. It's unknown whether the man was identified or not, but it doesn't seem as if he cares if he is or not, as he made no attempt to hide his identity apart from the crudely drawn mustache. He also didn't care to hide the fact he was there in the first place, as instead of ditching the second he saw the camera, he decided to stay for a while and scare the homeowner by being all around creepy. He could have easily been caught, as I'm sure if anyone saw the footage they would call the police, or even worse, he could have been seriously injured had someone decided to take matters into their own hands. It's disturbing to think about what this visitor's intentions were, and if he had done this to other homes in the neighbourhood. There's something so creepy about the fact he just walks away like he is completely innocent. Most viewers may not have spotted anything on a first watch, but what you were meant to be seeing was this. This figure comes into frame around the 6-second mark as they move in front of the shed window. They do nothing but stand there for the whole video, possibly scoping out the property, and they move away just before the video ends. The uploader, named Mandy, said that she and her husband went to look outside after seeing the footage that the camera had picked up. They discovered nothing, and the area looked undisturbed. But just a short while later, another video would be recorded by their home security camera, and it captured the following. A person comes out from behind the bushes and quickly walks up to Mandy's property before leaving again. She is wearing what appears to be a robe, and according to the uploader, this wasn't the first time the person was spotted, as just a few days earlier, she had asked the homeowners to please let her in. Most people seem to believe that this is a hoax for TikTok views, or someone pulling a scary prank on the uploader. What do you make of the terrifying stranger? This entry was uploaded to YouTube in 2013, and it is your traditional paranormal video. However, the rawness and realism of the clip really grounds it in reality, and may add a bit of weight in some people's minds. This clip shows what appears to be a ball of light or a see-through figure moving through the far side of the bar. It then steps close to the camera and continues to move out of frame. This footage was recorded in a spa resort, and the other person in the shot is a security guard who was sent down to investigate the disturbance. Some viewers think that the ghostly figure looks to be hiding from the guard, and it moves away when the guard looks away. However, we can't know for sure. People who have stayed in the resort have reported hearing strange noises and experiencing other unusual things. These reports also come from staff and even the head of security himself. You can be the judge as to if this clip shows a genuine ghost hiding from security, or if this is just a stunt to attract more visitors. The following clip shows a plane flying directly into Hurricane Florence in September of 2018. As the plane enters a hurricane, we can see nothing as we are surrounded by clouds. However, as it continues its flight, it eventually enters the eye of the hurricane, which is a terrifyingly beautiful sight. Blue skies appear and the sun is shining. However, the plane is surrounded by a circle of clouds that serve as a reminder of the situation. Thankfully, this plane didn't fly into the hurricane by accident, and it was actually designed to be able to, and it went out there with research as its sole purpose. The data gathered can allow scientists to better predict hurricanes and gather more information about them, so while this may have been a scary act to carry out, the results are certainly worth it. This clip was captured by a homeowner's security camera at 5:30 AM. The user tells the story of what happened, that in their half-awake state they heard the sound of a doorbell ringing. They wrote it off at first as they and their girlfriend sometimes experience auditory hallucinations, but upon checking their camera app, they would find a recording of something strange. What appears in the camera is an orb, and the user says that he has experience with a lot of security cameras, and he knows for certain that it isn't an insect or a spider's web. He also confirms that it is not a lens flare or headlights, as they aren't able to reach his back garden. This led him to the possibility of the paranormal, and some people agreed with him, saying that the two events couldn't have been coincident, and that they had to be related somehow. However, some other users have written the light off as an out-of-focus moth hovering in front of the camera. Thank you to my Patreon supporters Neo, Alex Rod, K4 Silver, Dennis, Chelsea Weinzel, Cynic Zally, and Entrepreneur for your continued support. Sharing this video would be appreciated as it really helps the channel. Come back next Wednesday for another step into the darkness.